Hi everyone. You are currently working on Speech 2. As of last night, Sunday, you submitted both a practice video on MindTap and a rough draft of your outline to Blackboard. The practice videos do not need an audience. I had a couple of you ask me that question. You do not need an audience for your practice video. You never will. And the practice video is more for peer review comments. The draft of your speech, the outline format that you post to Blackboard, is for me to look at. So for each speech that you do, you are doing basically a rough draft of both the practice video, the video itself, and of the speech contents. Remember that I grade your speech's content based on looking at your outline, and that is to see if you have all the components required. So if your introduction has an attention-getting device, if you state your thesis statement and preview your main points, if you have smooth transitions as you move from main point 1 to main point 2 and possibly main point 3. So that's what I use to assess your content. Part of the reason for that is one of our state requirements is that you provide some kind of graphical organizer of the content of your speech, that you've written it out and it's complete. And for the fact that when I do grade speeches, I'm sitting down to watch oftentimes close to 50 speeches at once. And so when I begin to evaluate them, I can't remember everything that you've said, and I need to be able to rely upon what you've written out to assess it. So I am looking at the content by looking at your formal outline. When you present your speech on your videos, I'm looking at your eye contact, at your body language, at your gestures, at your tone of voice. So the speech video is more about the presentation. The formal outline is more about the content. Obviously, they go hand in hand. That's why I need both of them from you. So there was the question about, do I need an audience for my practice videos? No, you never do. But this speech, the demonstration, and your next speech, the persuasion, will require an audience for the final version of your speech videos. So this next one is due Sunday, the 24th of February by midnight, and you do need to have an audience of at least 4 adults, meaning people over the age of 18, in your presentation. And by that, I mean you don't have to demonstrate your audience throughout the entire video. What I have a lot of students do is they will pan to their audience members at the very beginning of their speech or at the very end. So you can have somebody hold your laptop or your camera phone, or if you have a camera, hold that. You can have one of your audience members assist you, but at some point in the recording of your video, I need to see their bodies. I need to see that they're in the same room with you and watching your speech. Doesn't mean I have to see them the whole time. So figure out, you're going to have to play with your arrangement, your camera setting, to ensure that either at the beginning or throughout or at the end, I can see that you have at least 4 adults. You can have more than that. If you have 4 adults and some kids in the room, that's fine, but there should be 4 adults in the room with you. And do make sure that you're presenting to them. Don't show them to me and then walk into another room and record your speech. So because this is a demonstration, there's a good chance that you are going to be using equipment or props and we need to see something. So think about how you're going to lay out your area, whether you set up a table, you're at a kitchen counter. Make sure you have all the required components that you need before you start your speech, because I also don't want to see you run off camera to go get something. So just like when you're getting serious about baking cookies, make sure everything's out and ready and measured and that you can do it easily and efficiently without having to go off camera to get something. So those are a few tips as far as recording speech number 2. Again, practice doesn't ever need an audience, but the final versions will. Make sure that you show me your audience members at some point in the video and that you have your equipment and supplies ready so that you're not walking off camera. And I feel like I had one more thing I wanted to tell you, and now I'm not remembering what it was. So if I think about it, I'll add it to the announcements board. But if you have questions about Speech 2, please do let me know. Thanks.